Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. It smells like carnage. I'm in the Lake Eyasi Basin in northern Tanzania, home to the Hadzabe tribe, some of the world's last hunter-gatherers. They live off the land, hunting and foraging for their food. I had the privilege of spending 48 hours with the Hadzabe tribe last year, joining them on a hunt where they successfully caught this dik-dik and white-tailed mongoose. I was blown away by their culture and so have come back to join them for another hunt a year later. Joining me on this adventure is my partner Lewis, our guides Peter and Ramadani, and local interpreter Samuel. Already, as we make our way to their camp, things seem very different to last time. We're here in the rainy season, whereas last time it was the peak of the dry season. The rains have forced the Hadzabe to move their camp from flat ground to a cave at the top of a rocky hillock. I'm nervous as I approach. Will they remember me? A quick note before we begin. Today we're going on a hunt with the Hadzabe tribe. The Hadzabe have a completely different lifestyle to us, so I would like to invite you to please keep an open mind as you watch it. It will be raw at times, but it's a wonderful, unique way of life, and I cannot wait to share it with you. The Hadzabe speak a language called Hadzani, which includes clicks. To greet a man in Hadzani, you say Mtana Bawa, and to greet a woman, you say Mtana Aya. Mtana Koko is how you greet a friend. The tribe seems enthusiastic to see us, but I feel this is out of happiness to have visitors rather than recognising me from last time. It's 6 a.m. and the sun has just risen over the valley. The men will leave for a morning hunt soon. A key part of preparing for a hunt involves smoking. They say it gives them strength. This is leader of the group. Bawa. On our last visit, he impressed us with his fantastic hunting abilities and persistence to keep going for as long as it took to catch enough food for the entire group. My name? Onoko. He asked me my name. Hazane. Yeah. Ella. Ella. Yeah. Does he remember? He remembers me, yay! I can't believe he remembers me. I suppose I have a very memorable name. Ella sounds very similar to Hela, which means money in Swahili, and knows a little Swahili. Shows us the different types of arrows that the Hadzabe use to catch their food. The bluntest arrow, which has a corn cob on it, is used to catch birds like these. The next arrow is used to catch medium-sized animals like the dik-dik and mongoose we caught last time. Opoto. I remember the opoto. An opoto is a white-tailed mongoose. Opoto, yeah. Shows me this skin of one previously caught, perhaps the very one we caught together. The next arrow has a different shaped end, similar to a blade, and is used to catch bush pigs. The barbed arrow is used to catch challenging animals such as baboons and monkeys. And finally, this arrow is dipped in poison and is used to catch very large animals like kudus. And with that, it's time to set off on our hunt. Leads the way, summoning the dogs to follow. Also joining us on the hunt is Polo, who joined us on our hunt last year, as well as 2 young Hadza hunters. The hunters set a brisk pace through the bush. The ground is sloping steadily upwards, and as the incline gets steeper, it doesn't take long for me to tire. But no matter how tired I may feel, I have to try my best to keep up. We enter an area of dense bush where the trees are alive with birdsong. The Hadzabe attempt to catch some of them. So far, it's not feeling like a lucky morning. The quick pace in the heat on uneven terrain is starting to get to me. I'm struggling. Uphill.
Yeah.
It's taking it out of me.
It hit me, huh? It hit me, huh? It hit me.
But they found some tracks and some fresh dung on the floor, some kind of antelope. So now they're increasing the pace. See if they find something. Finding some tracks increases the energy of the group. There's a renewed sense of purpose as we trek on. This is so hard. I'm struggling to keep up right now. It feels a lot harder than last time because a lot of it's uphill. The terrain is very rocky, so I keep stumbling over rocks. The ground starts to slope steeply down, which poses a new challenge for me. I am hopelessly slow when travelling downhill, and so can only watch in despair as the Hadza hunters disappear into the distance. I don't know where they've gone.
Keep going. This way.
Okay, I completely lost them. I was going downhill and it was very steep, and I'm really slow going downhill in the last one, but then fortunately we weren't travelling at the very back, so we found somebody, so we're not completely lost in the random bush. Oh, it sounds like he's lost. Using whistle communication, we're able to track down the rest of the group. At first, I feel bad that we've kept them waiting, until I realise that Polo is missing. They call for him. Back together, there's no time to waste. The search for a meal continues. The antelope tracks, which we'd been following earlier, hadn't led to anything, and so we're back at square one, until...
We just dust.
We found fresh tracks belonging to a bush pig. This will be a big meal for the Hadzabe if they manage to catch it, which won't be an easy feat. Not only do they have to find the bush pig first, but the large size of the animal and its bad-natured temperament mean it's not an easy animal to take down. Even so, it's feeling optimistic.
Come on, I see.
Our tracking leads us into a dense area of bush, and we find ourselves surrounded by birds. Although the prize catch is a bush pig, the Hadzabe still won't miss out on an opportunity to add more to the dinner plate, and so they try their luck hunting some of the birds.
So close.
Umbo. And walking back.
Finally, a successful catch.
First catch.
Good one. Oh wow. Caught a little bird, a little yellow bird.
What's it called?
Wakimba.
Wakimba.
The hunt so far has been challenging for me. I had no idea it was about to get even harder. The search for the bush pig leads us up this almost vertical hill. A hill of this steepness would be very difficult at the best of times, but when there's no path and you're dodging thorny trees and huge green spears protruding from the ground, things get even trickier.
These things are pretty lethal, they're very, very firm. If you fell back onto those, it'd probably go straight through you.
It's very dense.
Yeah, don't fall back onto those things.
We're now climbing up there. It's so dense, it is so steep. It's hard. I mean, we have lovely views. Throw in the scorching midday sun and the fact that we ran out of water an hour ago, and you're probably starting to get the sense of how rough we're feeling.
This way, yeah.
I am seriously struggling to keep up with the Hadzabe hunters and Ramadani, who are my only hope of seeing which way to go.
Careful of these spikes.
Oh, this is the hardest way ever.
Hello.
Come through.
Which way?
Just go through one of them. You have to go through a lot of bushes. It's really dense.
I'm lost.
Just come to the sound of my voice and push through what you can.
Which way?
I don't know where you are.
Where are you?
I just can't. Just follow the sound of my voice.
You okay? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Oh. It's getting quite hard. Oh.
Lewis is finally able to make it out the bush, but by this point we're all completely separated. Right now, the Hadzabe hunters are somewhat up ahead. I have no idea where. I'm somewhere in the middle with Ramadani, and Lewis is somewhere else with Peter and Samuel. Oh my goodness. It's very spiky. It's very scratched up. And then I lose Ramadani as well. Now I'm completely alone. I don't know where I am. I'm getting lost. They're not making noises anymore. So if I can't find them, God help me.
Just pass through the
Pass through here.
trail of animals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's so thorny. Everywhere is so thorny. It's the only way I can see to get through. Oh my god. And now, I don't know where they are.
Okay. Thank you.
I found someone. By some miracle, I find Ramadani, but I still have no idea where the others are, and I'm starting to feel worried for them. We decide to call for them.
Peter! 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 Peter!
Meanwhile, somewhere in the bush, Samuel is trying to make contact with us. But unfortunately, there's no phone signal. We try to use whistle communication.
Sounds a bit that way.
I can hear him. Oh, there, I see them. It's such a relief to be reunited. It then doesn't take long to reunite with the Hadzabe hunters. Whilst we were lost in the bush before, the distant shouts of the Hadzabe told us they came very close to catching an animal. However, I can see now that their attempts were unsuccessful, and so the search continues. We have been walking for like 2 hours and we haven't caught anything yet. They've been following the tracks of a bush pig, which has led us up and down mountains, but so far nothing. We're all getting quite tired, even the dogs look a little, their tails are a little droopy. We trek on until we find something. It's essential that we do because this is the food for the Hadzabe, so if we don't catch anything, well, they don't have any meat to eat. The bush pig's tracks lead us through a dry riverbed. At this point, I am completely fatigued. This is so much harder than last time. I must admit, I am struggling. I'm fatigued, I'm out of breath, I'm overheated. I didn't bring anywhere near enough water. We didn't have much breakfast today. I want to push on through, but I don't know how long it's going to take, and it is exhausting. I can't believe they have to do this every day, every morning in order to catch food. I mean, I'm lucky that I've had a little bit of food today, but they won't have had anything. It's not an option for them to like feel tight fingers in. They just have to keep going until they find something or they won't eat. You really can't help but admire their strength, persistence, and I'm so pathetically weak in comparison. I let out a sigh of relief when we stopped briefly as the hunters replenished their energy by snacking on some wild berries. The Hadzabe can tell we're struggling, and so they instruct us to wait in the riverbed whilst they search the bushes for the bush pig. It doesn't take long for a Hadza hunter to emerge again. Okay, so they've just caught a second bird. It looks like a dove. So now we've got 2 birds, but they've been going for like 3, nearly 4 hours. Hopefully they catch a bigger animal soon because that will go back and feed the village. As distant screams fill the air, prompting Polo and the other Hadzabe hunters to rush in the direction of the sound. What happens next completely shocks me.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it keeps straight for me. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
The bush pig had charged out of the bushes right in front of us, and now the chase was on. Oh my god. Sounds like carnage. Oh my gosh, they got it. We've done it. All the hard work has paid off and the Hadzabe are overjoyed. This bush pig is a very sizable catch and will go on to feed the entire group for several days, making this hunt a big success. But the hard work isn't over yet. The Hadzabe drag the pig to an open space so that they can begin preparing the pig to eat. But first, it's time to celebrate the success.
Yes. Aha. Aha. Chiki-chikina.
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 Ngoo-ngoo.
Oh, so they have caught this massive bush pig. They've been tracking it for hours, so it's a relief to finally catch it. And look at the size of it. There is a lot of meat on this that will go back and feed everyone. As the Hadzabe start to collect wood for a fire, we make a discovery. The bush pig was carrying piglets. You can't judge these things because this food is going to go really far. Obviously, it's always sad to see an animal lose its life, especially if it was pregnant, but here, this is the food, this is what they live off. Also bear in mind that the pig lived a great life when you compare it to the animals we all eat. It was completely free range, not constrained by cages, not having to suffer in a slaughterhouse. The Hadzabe start a fire. This will be used to cook the meat as well as to light their joints. Once the fire is big enough, it's time to add the pig. The aim is to allow the fire to remove all the fur. Whilst 2 Hadzabe hunters remove the remnants of the fur, I speak to He explains how the pig put up a good fight and shows me both his injuries and some injuries on the dogs. We take for granted just how easy it is to purchase food from the supermarket, when for these guys, finding food requires lengthy treks through the bush in the heat for hours, taking on animals which sometimes fight back and risking injury just to eat. They are truly amazing. It's now time to prepare the meat for cooking. This involves cutting the meat into smaller pieces. So they've now dismantled the pig, they've got it into little bits now, they've taken the legs off and then they took the ribs out and they're just hanging it all on the tree at the moment. They've got the fire going, so there are parts they're going to cook. So what happens is the hunters are always entitled to have the liver and the heart, so that's probably what they're about to cook now, and they will share that between all the hunters. There's the liver on the fire. As well as the liver, some juicy ribs are put on the fire. Whilst the meat cooks away, the Hadzabe reward their dogs for their hard work, trying to fairly distribute some meat between them all. And then the meat is ready.
Manako. Seme. Aha.
Aha.
Seme.
Okay, so I've got a big piece of liver here to try.
Very good.
Yummy. So we've been eating some of the meat. So at first we tried some liver, and it tasted nice. I mean, it was very hot because it had just come off the fire, and it tasted. It is very livery. Reminds me of venison liver almost. And then we also had some meat, which they call manako, and this was from the ribs. And this tastes really good. It's pretty charcoaled on the outside, but the meat is nice. I mean, unsurprisingly, it tastes like pork. It's very good. We have a moment to all just eat together and relax. And then it's time to take the rest of the meat back to the village. Now we're taking the rest of the catch back to the rest of the community so that they can all enjoy this fantastic feast. It's a long walk back. Well, actually, I hope it's not. I'm hoping we went the long way to get here. Fingers crossed. If you'd like to visit the Hadzabe yourself, click the link in the video description and pin comment. It gives you the opportunity to get quotes from the very same tour companies that helped me arrange my visit. Today has given us another incredible experience with the Hadzabe. If you'd like to see my first hunt with them, watch this video here. Trust me, it's a wild one.